All right, y'all. D and Dewey back again with another grade A review. Today we reviewing the Batman with your boy Twilight. Yeah,
Hey, Mr. Robert. Mr. Robert. He came through with it.
Mr. Pattinson, Mr. Robert Pattinson. We got an English Batman, English Superman, English Spider Man.
Yeah, man. Little goth guy, little black eyeliner Batman. It was a
I like the black eyeliner.
it was a good touch. It was a good touch. I liked it, man. But yeah, man, come on. Talk about it, man. Mr. Robert Pattinson. Did he not kill this shit or what? Did he not smoke this role or what?
He definitely did something. I don't know what he did, but he definitely did something. I don't know if he smoked or nah, he definitely killed that shit. Nah, he definitely killed that shit. He definitely killed that shit. He definitely killed that shit. I like when they saw the casting, I was like, but then I was like, I'm watching Robert Pattinson movies, and I saw The Lighthouse with him in it. Then I saw the movie with him and Tom Holland, Devil All the Time. I was like, not just a vampire, cool, you know.
He was in that one. Devil All the Time. He was the piece of shit guy.
Yeah, he was the piece of shit villain. Yeah, he was the villain of that shit.
I wasn't that exposed to him. I was exposed to him only through Twilight, so I had a real low bar for this guy. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting much. And then but I also at the same time I wasn't expecting much from Ben Affleck. I wasn't a big Ben Affleck fan either. So, and he wasn't bad to me. But hey man, come on, said. Robert Pattinson said he's in there now. He might be right there, right next to Christian Bale. He killed it, bro.
I was just thinking that. As soon as I walked in, Tarantino was like, "Yo, is it better than The Dark Knight?" I was like, that's what I would compare it to. I wouldn't compare it to Ben Affleck. I would definitely compare it to Christian Bale, because it's like that's a real world Batman right there.
I think we have a bad habit of doing that, because I was thinking that I was like, if I compare it directly to Dark Knight is like a real cinematic great movie, and then but if we have to compare it to the actual Christian Bale Christopher Nolan trilogy, we'd have to compare this technically to Batman Begins, and this smokes Batman Begins. They have they have Falcone and everybody. So like that's what I'm saying. Like this was amazing. But no, man, Robert Pattinson, like from the jump, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen someone encapsulate like the silentness of Bruce Wayne for so long. He was kind of he was just real mysterious. Like I love that about him, and like I don't know. He was also showing like rage, anger moments too, which I really, really appreciated. Like it really humanized him.
Still year two.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other thing is like, I don't know. I mean, in all the other Batman films, we saw so much buildup as Bruce Wayne. And then they did the most, I don't even want to say obvious, but this movie really emphasized that Bruce Wayne is the alter ego and Batman is who he is.
I was about to say that, so I was like, so you know what this movie got a lot of Batman, like a lot of Batman in it. Like you rarely see Robert Pattinson, son. Like not just like Batman in the suit, like full on. Like yo, this is a Batman movie. The only person that don't have a mask on is Selena Kyle, which is fine.
Yeah, I know. I ain't complaining, but no, like you're right. It was literally 95% screen time of Batman. Like from the jump, the first 5 minutes of the movie is him coming out in costume, and like at first, I think the only thing that was weird to me was the boots. I was like, why did they keep showing his boots? They keep showing him like walking, and I'm like, so I don't care about.
I was like a death walk, son. It was part of the fear. I was like, that is the death walk. When he came out the shadow, like the very first time you see him is like it's literally a slow ass walk, and it's like they're showing different shadows. Like he could be here, but thanks to the trailer, we know where he was. But it was still dope. It was like a great entrance.
I love that they didn't even try to, and it's like they listened to everything fans wanted. Like they knew we didn't want another origin story, even though Batman vs Superman they lightly showed it. It was like, I really don't care to watch Bruce Wayne become Batman again. We all get it. We've been hammered down the story for like 3-4 decades in the animated films. Like we've just seen it. We get it. Like we don't need to see what's gonna happen again. Like we don't need another take on it, whatever. So I love that they just started the movie with showing how Gotham was so dark. Like this movie did that so well. Like they made you feel like you was in the city with them. Like it just felt so. Too. Yeah, it felt bleak. Did you see how like the Batcave looked? Like how he's like in the tower, and like it's just like, are they just really put the comic book into the movie? Honestly, like they just could. I don't know what they could have done better when I really think about it. Like, I guess the main thing I really liked was how like dark the movie felt, and like son, man, this was like watching a real serial killer, like Zodiac or something, trying to like
Yeah.
give
Shout out.
clues to Batman.
Shout out to that. Shout out to the. I don't know his name, but shout out to the actor who played the Riddler because he definitely played like a super psycho. Like at first, I thought it was like, oh, we about to get like the Riddler slash Joker or some shit,
Yeah.
but he definitely made it like just his own thing. Like yeah, Riddler
Yeah.
would be a crazy motherfucker because he's actually like Jigsaw for real, like real life Jigsaw type shit.
Real
So
life Jigsaw.
shout out to that actor, son, because he did a damn good ass job. Shout out to everybody for real because I didn't have a problem with nobody's acting. Everybody did great.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
Colin Farrell did awesome as a fucking penguin. He did good.
I forgot that was him. That's how unrecognizable he looked. I was like, oh shit, that was Colin Farrell. Like I couldn't even tell that was him because his face is like, I don't even know if that's makeup or CGI or what. I was like,
Nah,
what
it's
the?
makeup.
Oh, shit,
That's
that was
makeup.
really him. Like, damn, they killed that. Like that was he was awesome. I love that. I love that they got to use like, I guess like a C-list villain like as part of the movie, and even like the whole villain of like
Both.
Falcone and everybody else. Like they've always been in the talks. Like as long as like every time we watch like animated films or anything like that, like we see them as like the gangster henchmen type of thing, but they're not really like.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, Falcone's never been like a main villain, right?
Nah,
At least I don't know.
everyone's used to like the Two-Face, all the other
Jokers
like,
and
Jokers.
Riddlers.
Yeah, everybody's used to those top name ones, but like we don't get Victor Zsasz. We got Victor Zsasz in like I think Batman Begins and another one, but yeah, Victor Zsasz and the Falcone Black Mask, like literally just mob people. We never get a movie with them, so it's cool. Like yo, use a regular ass villain just to be the villain. And so like Batman had a hard time like whooping his ass because literally one punch and he was out. It was like, son, I'm trying to solve this fucking mystery, son. It's crazy.
Yeah, I love that. That's what I'm saying. Like with the Riddler, I didn't expect like I guess like a I didn't expect their take on him. So like when the movie started with the Riddler just straight up killing somebody, like clubbing somebody to death, I'm like, dang, this movie. Dang, it might have been even crazier if it was rated R. It could have passed for being rated R because of how
Was it
like,
not rated
violent
R?
the movie
It was
was. No, it was PG-13. Yeah, you would have forgotten. Yeah,
I thought that shit was rated R. Damn, they did it.
But they did a great job, and I love that. Like the Riddler was, I don't know, like he felt like every serial killer you've read about. Like he really wanted to be. We heard about like Edward Kemper, where he wanted to be part of the police investigation, and like that's what he was doing. Like he was like inserting himself in the investigation because he's like obsessed with it. So like when they go to the funeral and everything like that, and then they see and then he wants to see him there, like he wants to see it, and even Bruce Wayne says like, there's no way he's gonna like ignore it and shit. Like I don't know, dude. I love the buildup of it because you're actually like that. That's the one thing this movie did so right was the detective arc. Like
never done before.
I can't. I mean, like, even in the older movies, I mean, like, I keep comparing it to Dark Knight as a bad habit, but it's like, that's just the highest bar of Batman I've seen. So that's why I keep looking at it and I'm like, damn, this movie, Loki did a lot of things better than that one, to be honest with you.
I would say
like,
it's better.
Oh,
I dare say it's better, son. Like, just think of it, think of it, son. Like we got a grounded ass Batman without like all the high ass tech, without the flying machine, without the fucking tank as a car. Like when they didn't reveal the Batmobile in the fucking movie, I'm like, damn, son, I just going crazy right now. That shit's tough. Like this is like great car chase for like a fucking superhero movie, but it looks like it will be a normal action movie because like, yeah, son, where's the traffic at? There's the traffic right there.
Yeah, it's almost weird. It's like a different perspective of Batman or something like that. Like the Dark Knight felt like such a high budget action film. This felt like, what would it really be like if you had somebody that was helping the police trying to solve a crime, right? Like and he turned out to have like, and that's what I wanted to touch on too, like the gadgetry of it. I love the little contact lens thing, how he was like looking through his memories and he's like manually writing everything. Did you like the Alfred in this one? Like the actual how they.
So I like Andy Serkis as an actor. I don't really like him as Alfred in this movie. He didn't really do nothing. Like he was like, oh yeah, I'm helping them solve the cipher and shit. But I don't know. It's almost like I could have done without Alfred. He didn't really serve a purpose for real in the movie. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if they gave him more scenes, I would have liked him more. I mean, next movie, like show more Alfred. I guess I don't really have a problem with his character, but it's like. He like it was just there.
Yeah, I guess it's like you're a caretaker, so you can only push so much like influence for the story. So like the little things they could do was let me kind of help him decipher some of these puzzles and everything. But that part of the movie was so fun to me. I don't know what it was, but it was
Solving
like
riddles.
I'm locked in by like solving these riddles or just like looking at Batman solve these riddles. Like it felt like he was literally in the crime scene, like you're learning about it. It's like it felt like you were not even an audience member. It felt like you're in the shoes of Batman and you're getting all these clues and hints and you're almost guessing too. Now mind you, like I feel like this movie felt like a mix of like Year One and Long Halloween. Like Long
That's what I
Halloween
thought
gave me
we
the
were
same
getting.
vibe.
That's what I thought we were getting in Long Halloween.
It
Because
felt like
first,
that, did it not?
yeah, the first kill was on Halloween, so I was like, oh shit, we about to do some Long Halloween shit, but it wasn't that, and I liked it a lot, son. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, and then like, no, go ahead, my bad.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I was trying to think. What I was about to say. Oh, the combat. How'd you like him fighting and shit like that?
Oh my bad. You broke up for a second, but no.
I was like, hello.
No. You completely froze on my screen for like 5 seconds. My bad. My bad. Gotta chop it out. What's it called? I was gonna say, yeah, the fight choreography in this was one thing they definitely smoked Dark Knight with. I have to say that's if I'm gonna keep comparing it one more time, like the Ben Affleck fight scenes, even when we were talking about that, how it felt like Arkham City and stuff. This one was just like the way he was like flipping the guns around and like catching it, and then like he just like he's beating them while they're on the ground and shit. It just makes it look like this is why he's scaring you, bro. Like this isn't just someone with gadgets and he wasn't like a caped crusader or something like that. He wasn't like a superhero. He was just someone that he was beating the shit out of people.
You saw when he wrapped his hand like he was a boxer, like the Batcave. He had his he was taking his stuff off. I noticed he had his hands wrapped like he was a fucking boxer. So I was like, damn, that's some real shit right there. I know the Batman be doing like, hey, he was a brawler. I like that shit.
Yeah, stop playing with him, son. Like I just really enjoyed the fight scenes for some reason. Like it was invigorating. It was like one cut scenes too, like one shot kind of thing, like just one long camera panel, like watching him defeat everybody in the club, like bashing their face down, and then like even the ending scene when he like I guess injects himself with some
Venom. I don't know what that was.
Syringe,
I thought it was Venom.
Even that, like. Did you see how bulletproof he was too? They were shooting the shit out of him, and he was still just like walking through everything.
Man had
like,
the same scene in Rogue One when Darth Vader was walking through the hall. That fucking scene when they were shooting him through that shit was dope.
And he was shooting at him.
Yeah,
I love that, man. Like I think the fights in this was spectacular. I guess like even when we talk more about the gadgets, like the when he like escaped like the police station. And he couldn't really glide. Like he was like nervous about falling down. Like those are the things you thought would have blown you, but you watch it and you're like, nah, that makes sense. Like no shit, that's gonna be terrifying. Just jumping off a fucking big ass building like that. Like and he busted his ass. So
yeah,
it was crazy.
He busted his ass. Oh, I was fucking down.
It was crazy, man. I don't know. It was like it kind of gave me the whole Hush vibes too. Like I remember you watched Batman Hush, how like he was like a lot more dark. And I don't think originally Hush was Riddler or something like that in the comics. So like
Hush was his originally like not his brother, like one of his best friends he grew up with or some shit like that. Like another doctor, and like he like sewed his face to look like Bruce Wayne so he can like pretend to be him or some wild shit like that.
Yeah. See, that would have been actually kind of cooler than the Riddler, but nonetheless, after watching the animated film, it gave me those kind of vibes. Like it gave me like this way more sinister Riddler. And mind you, son, I love Jim Carrey. You know what I'm saying? He's a goat.
Shit,
but
not no more. Not no more, big dog. Jim Carrey, who? Who?
Yeah, no, so bullshit. I do want to also talk about Selena Kyle, man. This is easily the best Catwoman on screen ever.
Wasn't a hard. No, the bar wasn't that high. Yeah, yeah. The bar wasn't that high.
I was like, I liked what's her name? What's her name from Batman? Like with the Penguin, the Batman, the original, the Batman, the Penguin and Catwoman.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
I think that's her name. She wasn't bad, and even Anne Hathaway wasn't bad either. Like she just wasn't that impressive, I guess, from Dark Knight Rises. I was like, it's cool touch, but like she's not bad. It's nothing to remember. But and then Catwoman, you know, from the movie, You know what I'm saying? Halle Berry wasn't the best movie, so has a bad stain on that one too. Honestly,
Shit, Zoe Kravitz did great. Shout out to her.
Son, I was hypnotized by her. Like even when she was in the club, when she was like, "If I look at him again, he's gonna come over here." I'm like, "Bro, I'm gonna jump out of my seat if you look at me like that." You are gorgeous, yo. I swear to God, I was like, "Son, what the? Like, is she human? Like, this should be. She's beautiful."
Throw some water in your ass. Relax, Jesus, man.
No bullshit. I'm looking around like, God, what? I gotta Google her. It's like, no, I'm kidding. she was gorgeous, man. But like, she smoked that role, honestly. Like, as far as how they kind of told her story with like her roommate and everything, the girl she was trying to protect and who she was chasing after, they didn't really make it look like she was fully on Batman's side. They threaded that way, like their relationship really good. Like they didn't make it too comfortable. Yeah, I love that. And she was ready to smoke homie. I'm like, oh yeah, go ahead. I ain't mad at you. Yeah, like, you're right for that.
I fuck with Gordon too. When they walked into like the orphanage and he was like, "Yo, no guns." He was like, "That shit your thing. I kill niggas."
He was awesome. That was another relationship I thought they did better than every other movie. Like the use of the bat signal and how much Gordon was like talking to Batman every scene of it and like protecting him. And he's like, "Yo, you can punch me in the face." I'm like, son, like it's literally a comic book in a movie. Like this was the best. Like if you were to really say The Dark Knight or this, it's like Dark Knight. You might, and I'm not saying it is, but you might be able to argue it's a better movie overall. Just as a
that's movie. A good movie. Yeah, that's a good movie. This general movie. This is a good Batman movie. Like
Batman movie, exactly.
Literally never been done before. Everyone's focused on like gadgets and like high class villains like that. This is literally just mob shit. Literally just mob shit and like Jigsaw. Like there's no Bane, there's no fucking what's his name? The crocodile dude. Freeze. Yeah, Mr. Freeze. No high powered villains. Literally just grounded ass villains that you would like walk out your like your normal Chicago and see, except for fucking Riddler's Jigsaw ass. But I think that's why I like the movie so much. It's just like, you know, it's just so grounded. It's no like real superhero ish stuff. Just
and not for nothing, it's not like he couldn't get touched. Like, my man's getting punched, thrown away too. I was like, all right, go ahead. All right. He's not the best martial artist in the world, I guess. He can get hit. Like, he was getting bodied, low-key. He got shot up. And then even in the club, some of them was landing hits on him. I'm like, yo, you better get it together, dog. Like, come on, son. You Batman.
I remember you text me. I was like, there's one part I won't like. Which part were you referring to?
I'm trying to think. There was a couple scenes in it. So to me, I thought some of the detective scenes, as much as I love them, I thought some of them was pretty obvious about like the whole rat with wings, and they were like trying to guess who that was. I'm like, yo, anyone who's anyone would know a rat with wings means a bat. So like some of the hints in it,
but it wasn't it. It
wasn't it. And I was just like, okay. And then even I guess I kind of wanted them to be like one. I guess we can go to our complaints. Like for me, for some reason, I kind of wanted a bigger like spectacle at the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. Like I wanted it to be more. It kind of felt like not a letdown, but it was like anticlimactic once they caught the Riddler. It was like, dang it, like that's it. Like even his last trick up the sleeve was still kind of like, so what? If that makes sense or whatever to me. Like it was it was cool, but it didn't really give me that finale touch the way Dark Knight did. And I hate to compare it to that again, but like I said, it's better than Batman Begins, but it just didn't give me that big finale moment of the movie that I was looking for. What's it called? Like I said, that detective scenes was a lot of obvious. And then I did wish they had more Catwoman and Batman scenes too. I guess it was like one of those things where it's like, why didn't they kind of emphasize this duo more? They barely kind of fought together. They had a few scenes together. Maybe that's like these are real nitpicky, slight things. And I was just like,
you're really digging up.
Yeah, it wasn't like I walked out of it like disappointed by any means of it. Like I was legit happy, but I was so happy where I was like, I still wish they did that part or something like that. I wish they did this XYZ better. And then even certain scenes from like the trailer was too obvious. Like I almost wish that chase scene was beautiful. The penguin chase scene, one of the best scenes of the movie, period. But I kind of wish it wasn't in the trailer. I'm like, fuck, I already know what's gonna happen. Like how this is gonna end. So
yeah, that's why I try to stop myself from watching too many trailers. Like I stopped watching like the Morbius trailer. I stopped watching like the Bullet Train trailer. I only watched half of it because
Oh,
I don't want that movie spoiled for me because it looks like it's gonna be good. Yeah, trailers are getting out of hand. I don't really have much to complain about, honestly. I mean,
you didn't.
what?
Nothing. You had nothing. You had everything across.
At the end, all right, so like the very end, why the fuck are they trying to like tease Joker in the fucking Arkham Asylum? I don't
Yeah.
like. I was like, I prefer, I don't know, like not that, whatever,
It's the
whatever
yeah.
that was. I don't like it already.
I think they're gonna do a multi-villain thing, and I don't even know if they're gonna put Joker as like what I would think they do is that like have Joker hinted and then save him to like the third movie. Like don't make him
Yeah.
the next villain's movie. I think they need some time to like. Damn, I'm saying some time. Like The Dark Knight was 14 years ago. That's
Yeah.
a really long time ago.
Do we have another
Now,
Joker already for
Jared Leto,
Jared
and
Leto?
then oh yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. Like we have that. And obviously neither of them would really be able to exist. You would kind of need like a Heath Ledger-esque Joker in this movie realm. You would need that type of like dark, sinister, outsmarting Batman type of Joker, and that can still kind of fight in this movie. Like I think that's what you would need. So what I think they should do is the next film, instead of using Joker, they should probably like make it like 4 to 5 villains, maybe like an actual Arkham City fucking movie, you know. And I think Matt Reeves can pull it off. I think he did the perfect amount of like balance with each villain's story, and how much they affected Bruce Wayne. It really felt like you were solving the crime when Batman goes back home to like fucking draw on his floor and being like, "Yo, what is going on? Like, what is going on?" They got Alfred, like he attacked what is going on? I gotta like fucking connect the dots. So, what I'm saying is pretty much the next movie could have multiple villains. I low key want another Mr. Freeze.
I
I
don't.
want to see him come back to a
No.
movie, bro. Like,
I like
no, like
I
he
like
destroyed
the
it.
grounded thing they got. I like the grounded thing they got. Like Robert Pattinson said, like if he was to do another movie, he wants to do the Court of Owls. I'm like, yes, that's never been done before.
Oh,
Bring in the Court of Owls. That's gonna be
that's
that
right,
will be
yeah.
a fucking great fucking story to tell. It's one of the best fucking comic series right there. Bring that in, and then also do Hush. Like do these fucking great storylines that haven't been done in movies. That they haven't been touched on. Like all these detective ass fucking like comics and shit. None of it has been done. Like I like the way that they focus more like the detective thing. Like this was great. And Matt Reeves
You're
said
right.
he's like, I'm not trying to do like I'm not bringing Superman into this. I'm not doing that. Cool. Let it be his one thing. Cool.
Mm.
We don't have to have the
Well, not one
multiverse
thing.
thing.
Let's relax. Don't say one thing. This movie needs a fucking sequel.
Oh no! I'm saying like let it be its own thing. Like let it just be like, yo, this is Robert Pattinson's like Batman. Like it's not in connection with everything that's going on with the Flash and Aquaman and shit. That's fine. Keep doing detective work. Bring in the Court of Owls. Do the Hush scene. Do Red Hood. Do whatever. Like do the shit that hasn't been done before. Like do all of those.
I agree with you there. Like I agree with the grounded take with bringing in new detective stories, but like if you had Court of Owls, I would think you need like a more seasoned Batman to jump in this. Like you would need a much more like you can't have a year 2, year 4 Batman. Like the ending of this movie essentially like you see that Riddler won, which is great. I like when that kind of happens when the villain does win. You know, you could win the fight, but at the end of it, he got what he sought out to do. He killed Falcone. You drew him out and everything like that, and then he flooded the whole city. So now, like Gotham is like under siege. You saw Penguin looking over. You saw the hint at Joker. So what I think they could have is these multiple, maybe grounded villains. Court of Owls, I think, would be hard to pull off because like, you would just need a much more like seasoned Batman. You might need an ally. Like you don't have Catwoman anymore, but I doubt that's the last thing we're gonna see of Catwoman. Like
What if they do like a time skip there? Like this was essentially year 3. Like he'd been Batman for 2 years, and this was essentially like year 3. What if we skip to like year 6? He's been Batman for 6 years now.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't. I'm also like even pushing like, what if we get a Robin? Like, when's the last time we seen Robin in a film? You know,
Never.
it's literally been like
George
20
Clooney.
years.
George Clooney, I think.
So like, and like even at the end of Dark Knight Rises, you saw the hint at the new Robin, but that was a cool like finale ending, right? That's not really like a you didn't get to utilize Robin, right? So that's what I'm hoping for. Like I'm hoping if we can even get like a shit, like a Joker killing a Robin, like a Joker killing Jason, like things like that. Let's get a Nightwing, or let's get something. But just a use of a Robin in a movie in a way that like the villains could make sense, that the threat would still be real enough where it seems believable. Because I don't know. I mean, I know you keep talking about this detective stuff, but like if we might need to like innovate where you need a villain that's also smart, but also like a formidable like challenge for Batman, like physically as well. And I think that'll be the best way to kind of push the limit of it. I'm really excited to see what like the 2025 or 2026 gadgetry they're about to use. Like,
Oh, it gotta go crazy. It gotta go crazy because they're really changing things up. Like my man didn't throw a single batarang. Not a single batarang was thrown in the movie, but he had like the high powered gun that came from like the wrist, and he like shut that joint out. And then he had two of them. Like Batman usually carries like one like an actual grappling hook gun, and I had like the Jones in his wrist, like he was fucking Spider-Man and shit.
That was sick, man. And the battering like came out of his chest. Like he was like hitting and stuff with it. That was cool. That was a cool like little take on it, little twist. I was with it, man. But the other thing is that Joker, apparently he's being played by that guy in Eternals.
Which
you
guy?
know the guy that like could like do all the mind control in Eternals, who like
really?
the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently he's playing Joker. Now
I'm not mad at that casting. Like,
yeah, I'm not been mad at any casting. The only one that's ever disappointed was the Lex Luthor choice. Honestly, like with what's his name,
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, that was the only one where I'm like, that was a terrible choice, and
Yeah,
I had a bad feeling about it. But other than that, I mean, I am interested. Like, what would this Joker look like? I couldn't really tell. I thought even from the movie like screen he populated on, I thought it was Two-Face at first.
I thought it was Two-Face at first because the face was like burnt, wasn't it? Looked like it was burnt.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, is this like did he cut his face in half or something like that?
I don't know what the fuck
Like,
is going on.
He could have done something bizarre, you know.
I mean, I would like to see a Joker, I guess, return. Like, I wouldn't be mad if like the next movie is Joker. I'm saying like, yo, please do Court of Owls also. Please do that. Like,
I low-key want a Mr. Freeze. I might be cheesy for thinking that because we just haven't seen it in so
Ice
long.
to meet you.
Exactly. I want to see it. I just want to see, like, you know, that movie was a childhood memory. It's a
freeze.
Movie.
Everybody freeze. Like, so many puns.
You know, like movies will take like their civil, like their liberties or whatever with the movie, like I guess you saw the original Joker fall into that acid and then become Joker or something.
Yeah.
And, then we saw like the Dark Knight Joker. We don't even really know his origin story. He cutting his own face and stuff like that. And then that's what I'm seeing. Like, what could they could maybe try something new with a villain like Freeze, because I feel like he still has like a lot of thing behind him. I feel like the city is flooded. Maybe you just fucking freeze that shit, son. There's already water there. Like, it's a perfect entryway for you to jump into this shit. Like, I don't know what it could be, but I do agree with you. There probably should be a more grounded route. Like, maybe they shouldn't go like the superhero Batman. It should just be the detective
Batman.
And keep your fucking suit on, dog. I loved it. I loved it, man.
Did you also notice the dude that plays Tim Drake in Titans was in this movie?
Yes, in the first scene of the movie,
yeah.
I almost texted you that too. I'm like, bro, you about to be blown when you see this guy. This is gonna piss you off. I hate him. So
he was terrible.
I hope that's not Robin. I hope that doesn't end up actually being Robin too. Watch the movie do some shit like that and be like, "So kid, I saw you stealing from my car." Like, yo, if they pull some shit like that, I'm gonna be so mad. Like, if that really does become him, but.
I would also be kind of mad on you. That kid was terrible in Titans, son. Not that anyone else was better, but I was like, I noticed you being terrible. But I guess for the next movie, also I should improve on the suit some more. Like nothing too crazy. Like just I don't know, improve on that. But other than that, like keep doing what you're doing.
I was a fan of the suit. I was a fan of the new muscle car Batmobile thing.
I wasn't at first.
Vin Diesel.
Wasn't at first.
Like, what do you mean it was? Oh, you weren't a fan of it at first, the Batmobile?
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Oh, that was a good take. It was a nice little classic take, but it was still like, I don't know, it was weird. It's like he had real high end tech, but at the same time was still learning everything. So it was just unique. Like I just the way everyone was acting and the way the story was unfolding, the way you were like you kind of just got encapsulated in like the grittiness of the story. And I guess the one thing I'm still kind of lost on too is the whole so what the hell happened in his past? The whole Thomas Wayne protecting Martha Wayne. So then what? Like he hired Falcone to like make that guy go.
He didn't even hire. He didn't even hire him. He just asked like, "Yo, can you like take care of it?" And he was like, "I didn't know he was gonna kill him. I thought he was like, I don't know what he thought this man was gonna do."
Exactly. Yeah, but he definitely said, "Get him out of here." Like,
yeah. I don't know what he thought the man was gonna do, but of course the man was gonna fucking kill him. Fucking, of course that's gonna happen. He's a fucking mobster. What do you think was gonna happen? But
take care of him.
I like
more. You already did that. Like.
I also like the spin they did on the parents though. Like, they didn't spend too much time on them, which is also good. But they're also not clean, bro. Like they're not squeaky clean like everybody thinks. Like that. Martha Wayne was apparently fucking insane. And then I don't know how real this shit is. I haven't looked it up. Like I never even like think to look up Martha Wayne's pre last name. I know it's fucking Arkham. I don't know if that's just for this movie. Or if it's like actually her last name, but that would be crazy.
I didn't know that was a family. That's how lost I was. I was like, oh man, I'm not a fan like I thought I was. Like I had no idea because I didn't know that was a separate family in itself. I thought it was just like, oh dang, I can see the connection now. And then also like with Martha having the whole mental history thing, I didn't remember that being a thing in the comics at all too. I just remember them saying that in I remember them saying something like that in the movie Joker, that like the Joker's mom had like a mental history or something like that, like something crazy or something. So they were trying to make that connection between Batman and Joker and stuff like that, which I thought was cool. Joaquin Phoenix even said he wouldn't mind being in it, but obviously we know that's not the case. And Loki, he wouldn't be good. He wouldn't be good for this movie at all.
Like I don't know. He doesn't fit that world. Like he doesn't he doesn't fit that world.
Yeah. That was like such a deep rooted personal take on Joker, but we don't care about that. We like this. I want another sinister ass villain again. I want to see the next Heath Ledger. Like no one has surpassed that bar, and that's the highest bar to beat. That movie is so good because of his performance, high key. Like that's why
he made that. Yeah, if he wasn't in that movie, who's to say how good it would it be?
Yeah, because Christian Bale is cool, man. He's a great actor. He's a great Batman. It's a great movie. But Joker was such a standout performance. People still quote that movie. Like that's why it was like, damn, like can this movie top that? It low-key felt like a Batman fan wet dream. It's like, yo, this is literally everything I wanted. This is
this was a Batman movie. Like nothing else. No super. This Batman song. This is certainly just like this is Batman. The vigilante in the Batsuit. That's his movie. That's what it was. And I fucking loved it.
I love how the cops wasn't fucking with them either.
I love when they try to like pull my man's mask off. He's like, yo, get the fuck off of me. Pushed him back so far that he squared up with every cop in the room. I was like, son, I'm about to get these hands.
He was ready to throw down, son. Like, nah, there wasn't a single bad performance, a single boring line, even the thumb drive, the little humorous moments, the little thumb drive shit or something. Like he was so monotone that I enjoyed it. I'm like, no,
he made it funny about being fucking super monotone. Like not a smile, thumb drive. Yeah. Like no cracks or nothing. It was great.
The Christian Bale Bruce Wayne kept the suave idea long, like he kept it going, but like this one just played the more damaged Batman better.
Yeah, he literally played the spoiled rich kid. Like, yo, like literally the goth kid. Leave me the fuck alone. I got money. Leave me alone.
He said, "Keep me away, son." Like, nah, dude, it was all around. It was amazing, honestly. Like I said, I have those little nitpicky complaints, like where I thought some detective parts were a little obvious. It felt like, and then I did want like a bigger climax at the end, I guess you could say. But it still ended uniquely in its own sense. Yeah. Like I kept telling myself, like it's not supposed to be The Dark Knight. It's supposed to be its own film. So. Stop thinking like that. So nonetheless, man, I think 9.5 out of 10. I don't know.
I would be mad at that. Like, it's give it a 10. Like you know what it is. You know what it is. You got those. It's a 10, son. It's a 10.
I'm buying
it's a 10.
It. And just please,
I'm buying it.
No, just please don't make us wait like 5 years for a sequel again.
Yeah,
Like,
2 years is the
get
max,
on
son. Like, start filming like now. Like, go ahead and start filming
yesterday.
now. Yeah, get on that.
I
We
need
need it.
Nah,
But
Matt Reeves, shout out to you, son. Killed it.
shout out to Matt Reeves. But yeah, yo, that's gonna do it for us. Let us know what you got down in the comments, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace, peace.